Are there different levels or types of trust?
I think there are, because different teams at different hierarchical levels behave differently. For example, a top management team looks at an enterprise and looks at the survival of the enterprise. And at that level, people tend to be more pragmatic. And they look at how collaboration among the members of that team, with the relative power they wield and the circles of influence they have, how much do I need to cooperate with that person to get things done, not only for the enterprise, but for my own purposes within that enterprise. So relative status, relative power, and the credibility that the individual has, I think, comes into play in top management teams. And people will work on a more pragmatic level, even if trust is not personal and emotional. I think when you go down to the lower levels of the organization, when you're looking at supervisory teams, it's more personal. And people will look for the relationship side and how do they feel about each other. And on that level, they're not willing to subordinate their personal preferences as you would see on a higher management level. From my perspective, middle management is probably where you have the most trading going on, because people want to climb, and the climbing then allows people sometimes, or they give themselves permission to subordinate behavior that engenders trust, and that backfires on them. So I think trust is a pretty complex thing within organizations, and we need to look at what's happening, what are the dynamics of the relationships at the different hierarchical levels.